p.m. I am your MC for the night, and we're excited about being with you to share with you some nice cookie recipes and ideas for the fall. It's all about Fall Fest. So welcome tonight to our Fall Fest recipe night. And we've got some fun things that are just fun to make in the fall. And I love fall. I mean, it's one of my favorite times of year. I love 4 seasons in Ohio, but I really like the fall. It's so beautiful, especially this year. Would you guys not all agree that the leaves are just gorgeous this year? We have some trivia. What causes the leaves to turn red and purple? So answer that in the chat. We'll see who can get it right. It's just the prize of a pride and not a prize for that we're going to send you, but it feels good to get trivia right? All right, and so as we get started this evening, I want to let you know that we have an array of amazing products available for you through our Tupperware websites. And so your Tupperware lady can give you the link so that you can see everything available. And we're going to show some of our rock stars tonight. And when I say rock stars, some of our favorite products in our line. And so we're going to take it away right away with our very first cooking demonstration with a phenomenal director. Her name is Jeni. And Jeni Cheatham has been in Tupperware for, I believe, about 8 years and 9 years. And she does an amazing job. And she's very simple and fun. So let's welcome to our kitchen stage tonight, Jeni Cheatham. Thank you, Jeni. What are you making for us tonight?
Yay, I am making chicken fajitas in the pressure cooker tonight.
I love the pressure cooker.
I do too.
Yes.
And one of the things I found out about a pressure cooker today is that it says you have 0 cooking skills to use the pressure cooker, which is right up my alley.
All right. Take it away, Jeni.
All right, so this recipe, when I looked it up, it was actually for a slow cooker. And it said it was prep time 15 minutes and cooking time 6 hours to feed 6 people. So we're going to change that up a little bit. It is now approximately 15 minutes to get it all ready, but it is 15 to 20 minutes to cook it and get it on the table, which, guys, that's almost enough time to get home, throw it in the microwave, and change your clothes by the time it's done. I am really excited to show you one of my favorite products, and that is the mandolin. And I'm going to just show you how this works. First off, it folds flat like that. And it does come with 2 blades that stores up underneath it, which means that this is all the space you need to store the mandolin in your cabinet, okay? And I'm going to take one of these blades out, put the other one over here. This is the one that does like crinkle cut fries or chips, that kind of thing. We're going to use the flat one because I'm going to make a slice of onion up for the fajitas. And this just snaps right in to the mandolin. That's all that takes. And then you pull the feet up. Now it does have 2 guides on the side. So all we're going to do is unlock it. And when you store it, you always want to lock the mandolin so that no little fingers get in there and get hurt. And then it has 9 settings over here for the thickness of what you're doing. So that is what I'm going to do. We're going to do the onion. We're not going to do it real thick because we don't need it real thick for the fajitas, because for fajitas, you just want to do slices, right? Now, our pressure cooker, this was the other thing I learned today, okay? To store the pressure cooker with the minimum amount of space needed, you store it upside down with the lid on the top like that. All we have to do for these fajitas, this is amazing. All right, I have some chicken breasts, and this is in our freezer mate. We're just going to take some of the chicken and put it down inside here. You do it raw, and this cooks so fast in here. It's amazing. The thing I love about the freezer mates is, like, I have these chicken breasts rolled up in here. If you have these frozen and you find out that you only need like maybe 2 or 3 of them and you have 6, all you have to do is grab the freezer mate out of the freezer and kind of twist it, and you can just pull out the number of chicken breasts that you want in there. That's why they're rolled, so that they can just come out real quick. I'm going to do that, and I did a lot of the pepper work first because you don't need to see me cut up so many peppers with a knife, right? But I do want to show you the onion, okay? So what we're going to do with this is the food guide for the mandolin, and this is very important because You absolutely do not want to use this mandolin without using the guide. It's just a safety issue. This is really not a thing that you want small children to use. I have 5 grown daughters, they love it. But I really don't encourage them to let my grandkids use it. So all we're gonna do is just go back and forth on this with the onion. So fast, so simple, so easy. I'm gonna do both sides. And you know, sometimes when you get down to the bottom, you'll find, okay, so it has these things, you just push this down on the top. You'll find that you get a piece like this. Please resist the urge to try and make it go down in there because you think it'll be okay. Don't do it. Just pick it up and go the other way with it. Okay, so that whole onion, we're done with that whole onion now, okay? All we're gonna do with that is we're going to move the mandolin, put it back here. We're gonna take these onion slices and put them in on top of the chicken because I love fajitas. I found some really interesting tortillas today at the store. They had different, I didn't know they had different kinds of tortillas. So there were flour tortillas and there were whole wheat tortillas and they had some everything but the bagel tortillas. So bought some of those just because it sounded delicious. Now, the other thing Tupperware has, and you might not know this, we were talking about this the other day on a call I was on, and I was like, when people think Tupperware, you know, if you say, so when you think Tupperware, what do you think? And they're like, you know, oh, bowls and, you know, maybe Power Chef, something like that. But did you know that Tupperware has a set of knives that is incredible? Okay, this is one of our paring knives. We also have a serrated knife that comes with a set of 2 and our chef knives. So these are our chef knife series. They're color coded so that you don't have to dig through the drawer to figure out which one you want. If you know you want a paring knife, you look for the bright orange one. And they come with these little covers. So I don't know, I know when my kids were little and we'd go on picnics, there were a lot of times when I would have to take a knife with me. And I was always really careful about maybe wrapping it in foil or something like that because I didn't want one of the kids reaching down the picnic basket and grabbing that knife out. But with these are so easy to take with you and they're safe because when your kid reaches down in there to grab the knife, it's covered up with the little sheets, so you don't have to worry about that. So we're just gonna take these peppers, okay, and there's a bunch of them. I've kept them in the Fridge Smart because our Fridge Smart just keeps everything fresh. And I could put the onions and the peppers in the same Fridge Smart because they are on the same setting. This is probably one of the products that we have that would save you the most money as far as your preparation is concerned and saving on food because it will keep your fruits and vegetables, onions and peppers fresh and ready to use literally 4 times longer than what else you're going to, than any other way you're going to keep them. Now, there's just a couple other things that go in this recipe. There's a couple of spices, some cumin, and we're going to use some adobo seasoning. You just put that all in there. And then the only other thing that goes in here is a can of stewed tomatoes. Diced tomatoes, not stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, okay? Now, this has a pull tab. I don't like to use those because this can has been in a warehouse, it's been in a box, it's been on a shelf, and if you just pull this open, there are things on the top of that can that are going to go down inside the can. The same thing happens if you use a regular can opener, okay? If you use a regular can opener that goes like this, it's going to cut out the middle, and you know how that will fall down inside there, and then you have to dig it out, and that's not fun either. But with our can opener, you just snap it on the top, and look at that. I can pick up the can like this. This was always a fun demo at home parties, especially if people had like a white carpet, because we would make salsa, and you'd pick up the can and do it like this, and you'd be standing over their carpet, and they would be like, but it's okay, right? Because it's not going to come apart. Then you just take this little end part, snap it on the top, and it picks it right up, but it picks up the whole top of the can. So none of that glue is down in there. There isn't anything else that you don't want down in there. We're just going to take this, pour it on the top here, and then I am going to grab a spoon from back here. There it is. Love these. I love our utensils. gonna mix this up just a little bit so that some of those tomatoes get down in there on that chicken. And there's a fill line on here. This is one of the safest products you will use. So when I think pressure cooker, I'm older. We had a pressure cooker for the kitchen. It was one of those big silver things with a little button that spun on the top. And it was like a danger zone when it was in the kitchen because you never knew, honestly, if it was going to blow up or not. And I had younger sisters that weren't allowed in the kitchen whenever we were using the pressure cooker because just in case it blew up. This has none of that. It does have 3 safety things. It's got a silicone gasket that will not let it have any problems in your microwave. It's got a pressure valve that keeps it from getting too hot or the steam from getting too much. And it's got this little pressure, it's another valve actually, and it pops up and down. It's kind of like the Butterball turkey baster. So when you put it in there, it's down, and when you take it out of the microwave, it will be up in the air. When the pressure is released, it goes back down, and that's how you know when to open your pressure cooker. So there's 2 little arrows on here that show you how to fasten this. There's another safety lock on the top, and I should have opened that up first. I didn't, so now I'm going to open that up. We're going to shut it, okay? We're going to put that down, and then I'm going to put this in the microwave for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to wait for the pressure to go down, and we are going to have great fajitas. I'll show you how good the chicken is cooked because we're just going to take a couple of forks and shred it apart for those fajitas. And this is the fastest, simplest way with literally, you just saw that, no cooking skills, to grab a great dinner, and these would reheat fantastically. So we're going to put this in there and be able to either show you live or we will put pictures on Facebook depending on our time frame. And right now we are going to leave this kitchen and go to our second kitchen, and there is one of my favorite people in the world, is 4-star director with Champion, Ellen Lewis, and she has been in Tupperware a really long time, you guys. She'll tell you about that. So Ellen, go ahead.
Thanks, Jenny. Aw, she said I was one of her favorite people. I love that. All right, so I'm Ellen. I've been in Tupperware about 15 years, actually, maybe even today. Like, I don't know. It was like right around this time. I don't know the official date, but it was the end of October. So, and I am going to cook for you tonight. Well, I'm not cooking. I'm actually just kind of mixing up this salad, but it's super good. And it's this radish jicama tabbouleh salad, right? Except it has no grains. So if you're trying to stay away from grains, it's a great option. So, but it's so fresh, but it's one of those things when I was thinking about like fall, right? This is a salad you might be thinking about normally for the summer or anything like that. But I think bringing fresh ingredients like this into your like comfort food meals in the fall is just as good. Like with your pulled pork or your roast, it has a nice like fresh sort of kick to it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've already kind of pre-cut some things, and I'll tell you a little bit about those. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to peel a jicama. All right. So a jicama is an interesting root vegetable, and I cut the top and the bottom off, and it already started kind of peeling just a little bit. But it kind of resembles like a potato, right? And actually smells like a potato. But if you taste it, it actually tastes like an apple. It's the weirdest thing because it smells like a potato, but tastes like an apple. All right. So, so to peel it, you want to take your knife and you just kind of want to start it and go down the side, and then you can just peel it off from there. All right. Sometimes I find it a little bit easier just to kind of take the knife all the way down. It has sort of that, like on the side, you can kind of see it sort of that fibrous sort of consistency. That's a little hard, and so I don't really want to bite into that. So I want to go ahead and get that layer off. So I go ahead and I'm just going to use half of this guy here. Let me move some of this off of my cutting board. All right. I'm just going to use half of this, and I am going to put it right into our chopper because I want it kind of chopped up nice and fine so that it just is a nice little bite in your mouth. You don't want like one big bite of jicama, right? And so the jicama it's so good for you. It is great for your gut, right? And so like that's like a buzzword right now. People are talking about gut health and all that good stuff. This is a great thing for digestion, for your gut, all that kind of good stuff. So if that's something that's kind of like on your mind, this is a great thing, a great salad that you can mix into your diet periodically that will help you with your gut, right? Help you with your digestion. It had, like I said, no grains. A lot of times grains kind of, do it. That makes things kind of wonky for some people. But yeah, so it's super yummy, super duper fresh. We're going to use some fresh herbs, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more because as I was waiting, well, Jeni was cooking and stuff, I kept adding to the salad, and now the salad's gotten a little bit bigger than what I anticipated. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of this jicama just to make sure I get that good little hint of sweet, appley sort of flavor to the salad. And you see me, I'm just kind of like chunking this up and I'm putting it right into our chopper. All right. I love this. And you're going to see me use this big guy and then the little guy as well. So the big guy, I'm going to put the top right on top of it. And like I said, I just you can see I kind of chunked that up in there. Right? Because if I put too big of a piece in there, it'll just kind of get stuck and make it harder for me. It has a gripper bottom, so I'm going to make sure it's gripped onto the countertop. And then I'm just going to pull, like short, quick little pulls, right? And then I'm going to take a peek and make sure it's to the consistency I was looking for. And it is. Look at that. Yum. All right. So then I'm going to put this right into my salad. So for the first part of this salad, you're just going to mix all these hard ingredients together. So in here, I just put the jicama. I already cut up a carrot. I used my chopper for that too. I just threw some baby carrots in there and I cut those up nice and fine, just like that jicama, about the same consistency. But I wanted a little bit of a different chop for the other vegetables. So I'm not using that chopper for this. I'm using my knife. Let me move these off of here. So I'm using my knife. So I wanted a cucumber and I got a seedless cucumber. However, it does still have a little bit, this one doesn't have too much, but it has a little bit of sort of like the beginnings of seeds right in the middle. And I don't want that because I don't want my salad to be kind of like gooey and like all that. I want it to be nice and crisp. So I'm just going to take a spoon and I'm just going to scoop those right out of there. Super duper easy, right? Look at that. So easy. And then I'm just going to cut this. And now I could put this in my chopper, right? But I just kind of wanted a different, like a couple different cuts. And the salad, I just think it makes it look nicer. And it just, I don't know. I just don't want everything to look the same. I know that sounds silly, but we eat with our eyes first. And this is such a bright, vibrant salad, right? Because I've got the celery, or I'm not celery. I've got the cucumber. I have the jicama. I have the carrots that are so bright and vibrant. And then next I'm going to add radishes. And wait till you see what I do with those. Right? So good. So good. So good. So good. All right. So I got that in there. So I have this, right? You see my bowl? Look at that. It's looking so tasty. I'm so excited. All right. So I'm going to take this radish and I'm actually just going to cut an X in it. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to use our Speedy Mando. So this is another one of the mandolin family. And I agree with Jeni. They will save you so much time. Like you're going to go blow your mind when you start using mandolins. But you always want to use the guard, right? She showed you the guard. This is the guard for this one. So you always want to use this guard. So I'm going to take this radish. I'm going to put it X side down in the bottom. And I'm going to put the guard on. Now watch this. I'm going to put it right over the salad. Now watch. Look at it coming out of there. It's going right into my bowl. Right? Look at that. Oh my gosh. So good. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So paper thin. This is great for like mushrooms. If you've ever eaten at like a restaurant, like a Chinese food restaurant, and they serve you that soup with those really thin mushrooms in there, that's what you can use this for. Right? So it's great for like thin slices of carrot, celery, cucumber, radishes, all these things. And you can do it right over your salad. So you're not making a big mess, right? And so it's such a great, now this is very sharp. So you want to be careful when you're cleaning it and when you're storing it as well. All right. So then we have all the hard things in there. Oh, and I put some parsley in here. I used curly parsley just because that's what I had. And so you can use curly or flat, whatever you prefer. The flavor is pretty similar, but the curly, it's a texture thing. And one of them's a little bit stronger. So always just kind of taste as you go and see if you've got what you're looking for. So I chopped up the parsley in this little guy, but now I'm going to do mint. Oh my God, this smells so good. I love fresh herbs so much. I love the smell of them. I usually like pop them in my mouth the whole time I'm cooking. I'm not doing that, so I don't have a big mint leaf in my tooth. I'm trying to do the demo, and you guys are like, Ellen, there is something in your teeth. All right, so I'm saving you that distraction. All right, so I put the top on here, and I'm just gonna pull. Oh my gosh, and this, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Mint is the smell of my childhood, because we had mint outside our back door, and my sister and I used to grab mint leaves, and we would put them into our 7-Up and be fancy. Okay, so I'm gonna add this fancy mint right to my salad, right? And then I am going to just kind of give it a little mix, right? This is almost everything. Oh, one more thing, right? Not yet. Okay, parsley. Okay, so I did parsley, radishes, jicama, carrots, cucumber, olives. Oh, olives. All right, so I have a couple olives, right? And I just am going to kind of cut these just a little bit. I could actually put them right in my chopper. I'm going to do that because that'll be quick and easy, and you guys don't have to watch me chop these. All right, so I have a little bit more. And again, you can kind of do that to taste. And these are just regular, like, let's see, what are they? Kalmata? I don't know, olives, right? And so I just pulled them right out of there. I'm going to pop them right in here. And it's going to take like 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, look at that. Boom. Just like that, right? And again, I don't want a big mouthful of olives. I want it to be kind of like dispersed throughout. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a toss, right? So I'm going to kind of fold it a little bit. If you don't know what folding is, this is where you take the spoon or spatula and you just kind of turn it gently like this, right? Whereas like mixing is more like this. Folding is more sort of like circulating it around the bowl. So if you didn't know that, you learned it today. All right, so now we're going to make the dressing for it. So the dressing consists of apple cider vinegar. I love a good apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, and then lemon and a little bit of salt. All right, so I already have the apple cider vinegar and the extra virgin olive oil here mixed in here. And I'm just going to pour this right into this bowl. And then, okay, so I have my juicer. Look at this. This is huge. You think this is going to fit in here? No, but I can still use it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are just going to cut this in half. And for a normal size lemon, I have no idea why this is so big. I would put it right inside of here and squeeze, right? But since this is like the mother of all lemons, I'm going to quarter it. Oops, I'm going to put it right in there like this. And then I'm going to squeeze right into the bowl, right? And I might do both halves because I want to taste that fresh lemon in there. So I'm going to do both halves. Look at that. Oh, yum. Oh my gosh, it smells so fresh. So fresh in here. All right, and I'm just going to mix this just a little bit, right? Just whisk it a little and then put it right into my salad. Yum, yum. And again, I'm just going to kind of fold that in. And I have a perfect, like rainbow colored, grain-free tabbouleh salad that is great for your belly and all the other wonderful things in your life. My mother-in-law was a home ec teacher, and she always talked about eating the rainbow, right? She said, you don't want monochromatic food. You don't want to serve a yellow dish with a yellow dish and a yellow dish, right? You want to have all the different colors, and that will help you. It's an easy way to know you're getting a variety of different things into your diet. So, all right, so back to Pam.
All right. Thank you so much. What a wonderful evening. So who guessed how the leaves turn red and purple? Did anybody put it in the chat? Well, let me tell you the answer. It's the sugar in the leaves. And so the sugar that's trapped in the leaves will create red and purple in the colors. Isn't that interesting? And so as they begin to change colors, the more sugar they have, the more red and purples you'll see in the leaves. I love fall, and I know that it is such a wonderful time of year, and so many yummy foods. Pumpkin pie, yum. What you saw this evening, the wonderful meals, and I hope you guys enjoyed your little cooking class tonight. I wanted to share with you that this is an amazing opportunity kit that I have sitting beside me. So if you're here tonight and you think, wow, I really want a lot of Tupperware and I don't want to necessarily pay full price, or you want to have a Tupperware party and get things for half price or free, it's the way to go. But I will tell you, all of this and some of these things you saw used this evening is available in our Tupperware Opportunity Kit right now for only $139. It really is the best deal that you can get. It's 70% off regular retail. It's $475 for the Tupperware, and you get the catalogs to get you started, and you get a sampling of some of our favorite lines. And so whether you get a little bit or a lot of that particular line, you'll find out that there's a whole bunch more that you can earn for free as you grow your business. So tonight, as you look us over and you saw the cooking show, know that we're here to help you get started in business. You'll be in business for yourself, but never by yourself in Tupperware. We love helping others grow business, and it benefits all of us when you succeed too. So I hope you enjoyed yourself this evening. My kitchen is smelling amazing with the fajitas we're cooking here tonight. And you know what? Enjoy your Tupperware. Thank you all for being on this evening. We'll see you back here again for another Cooking with Tupperware and Champion. Bye-bye.